of the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins would love nothing more than to finish out today's game with a second notch in that win column. It's the Raiders going up against the Dolphins.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to rain-soaked Miami, Florida. This crowd a few minutes ago stirred into action at the side of their Dolphins emerging from the Hard Rock Stadium tunnels, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. On second down, it's Drake. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Used to have a coach just tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now Washington. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Right back to Washington. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. Throwing his car on 3rd down. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He's got a first down past the 30. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Now that definitely hurts because the mindset is getting a 3-and-out there, and they don't get it done. They give up the scramble and a pickup for a first down.
First, here's Washington. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, two guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. Throw after the play fake to Lynch. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
And that's how you pick up a first down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. A very solid gain of 27. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Dancing to his left. And his throw is incomplete. Cordero Patterson, the one he was hoping to get it to. And that'll bring up second down. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Washington. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive. And normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let him down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. To throw on third down. Carr. Flushed out right. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. Carr fighting Patterson there for a Raider first.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
They'll try to counter with Washington. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when you're running the football, one thing you don't want to see is a big boy coming up there and swallow you whole in those D tackles and nose tackles.
No, you're actually counting on your big boys to protect you from them. But on that play, the defensive tackle had the leverage, and he won the battle. No gain, correct?
No gain. And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. The Raiders on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes. That's something you see a whole lot of, a sack of Derek Carr, and due in large part to a good O-line. Carr was sacked on less than 3% of his dropbacks last year, lowest in the league.
Oakland knew it was important to take care of their quarterback. They picked up Donald Penn, Kelechi Osemele, and Rodney Hudson in recent years, and it's paid off.
So they get the field goal, but part of that was a 14-play drive to get the 3.
Normally, when you hold the ball that long, run that many plays, you end up in the end zone. There's a breakdown on the defense. Something happens. In this case, that didn't. But really good ball control by the offense. They're hoping that they can wear them down if they keep having drives like that.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Mario Edwards in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now back to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aldon Smith in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. On third down, Drake. Room here to run. And he's able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for everyone. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cameron Wake in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list. On 2nd down, Washington. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now Carr. his own 5-yard line. It's a sack. Cameron Wake in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Here's Marquette King now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. Landry now on the return. Landry brushes him off. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. So now here come the Dolphins. This is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Miami after this. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Right back to Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. On 1st down, Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On the toss play, this is Drake. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 14. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hurry up, here we go.
He can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal. On first and goal, Drake looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll try again with Drake. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. This offense so far on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. Third and goal, it's Drake. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one is no good. He missed it. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we send you up to Orlando, and with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Play clock winding down. They'll start the drive with Washington. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him a first down, 15 yards that time for the Raiders.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. Gives it off to Washington. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
Well, that's the desired outcome coming out here in the second half, of being able to run the football and establish a little bit of pace and maybe even a bit of dominance at the line of scrimmage. And they want that to continue. Way too early to think about this being ball control time. But the way they're running it, you got to think they may want to continue that and see if they can go ahead and grind their opponents into submission.
They'll need to get the play off quickly on the toss play. This is Washington. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. A give running left. It's Washington. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Well, let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
Now it's 2nd and 7. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Normally when you put together a 3-4 defense, you want massive people up front who can eat up blockers and allow the linebackers to run free. But how about the big fella right there? Breaking all codes and getting into the backfield and making the play.
Back to throw here. Being chased out left. He may try and run for this. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd down following the run. Looking to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Mario Edwards in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. And he's going to go down again.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This is fielded inside the 5. Back now in Miami as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. They go with Washington to begin the drive. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Time running out here on the play clock. Throwing on first down is Carr. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On first down, Carr. Over the middle, Cooper with it. That one goes for 24 yards.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Carr now on first down. Buying time to his left. They find some open field here. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
They're throwing it on first down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a first down.
A handoff for Washington. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Washington gets it going right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry, but it's not enough. And it'll be 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On the give, this is Drake. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. The Dolphins on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Check.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears trying to go for it on 4th. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Forced out to his left. And down he'll go at the 25. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Raiders with the football now in excellent field position. On the give, this is Washington. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
Staying on the ground with Washington. Down right around the 25. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The Raiders on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 9. They pitch to Washington. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
One of the things I love about this game is there's a match of wits throughout the game. Who's going to get the advantage? Who's going to catch someone off guard? It's like the offense thought they might catch the defense off balance with that play call, but unfortunately, that didn't work for them.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and that will bump up the lead again to 12-0. So a good kick there, and they finish off the drive with 3.
And that should be the goal for an offense. Finish each drive with points. So that's a nice job there to come away with at least something.
Here's Jarvis Landry now on the return. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 44. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Washington on 3rd and short. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider 1st down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes on the fly as a defense will shift. Give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long that he's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. From South